Hello everybody, I'm Han, and sorry we were late. But better late than never, I guess. So today, we'll be doing a review on the newest Radeon GPU, which are the RX7900XT and the RX7900XTX. So, let's get this video started. The card we'll be reviewing today will be the reference card from Radeon itself, and the one we have is from Gigabyte, but they all actually look the same even from other brands, as this is the reference design from Radeon. Now before we jump into the specification and benchmark of the card, let's talk about the aesthetic. Let's show off a bit of the aesthetic of this GPU a bit, and let's talk about how this card has a very simple yet clean aesthetic to it, yet it can look quite rugged as well, especially in the backplate area, as the backplate outlines its PCB quite nicely, as we can see the chip would likely be in here and everything, with a Radeon outlining here. Now the heatsink of the card can be easily seen from its side over here and here. And it's very nice to see that at the side of the heatsink over here, near the power connector, it has 3 outlined in red, symbolizing that this is indeed a Radeon design. Now the card is a triple fan GPU, so here's how the fan looks like. And the card is also a double slotted card, so you'll only take up 2 PCIe slots. And overall the card is actually quite a compact card. Overall the card looks very simplistic, yet it has a very premium look and feel to it. And I think it looks very clean and looks really good. Now let's talk about the specification of these 2 new GPUs, and we'll begin with the 7900XT's specification. The 7900XT as well as XTX actually will both be using the AMD Radeon 3 architecture, and the 7900XT will have 84 compute unit along with 84 ray accelerator, meaning it will be able to handle ray tracing as well. It will also have 5376 string processor, and its frequency will be at 2000 MHz during gaming, and is able to turbo boost up to 2400 MHz. It will also have a memory capacity of 20 GB of GDDR6 VRAM, and it will have memory speeds of up to 20 gigabits per second, along with a memory bandwidth of 800 GB per second. Now for display outputs on this GPU, the 7900XT will have 2 DisplayPort and 1 HDMI along with 1 USB Type-C. Now it's worth noting that the DisplayPort and the HDMI are both version 2.1, meaning they'll be able to handle 4K resolution and high refresh rate without DSC, meaning they'll be able to do it natively. So it's very nice to see on such a high-end and powerful GPU. Now for the power requirement, the power rated for the 7900XT is 315 watts. So a power supply minimum of 750 watts is recommended if you want to use this GPU. For the 7900XTX, it'll have 12 more compute units and ray accelerator compared to the XT at 96, and a total of 6144 string processors. That's about 768 more compared to the 7900XT. For its gaming frequency, you'll be able to hit a frequency of 2300 MHz and is able to turbo boost up to 2500 MHz. The 7900XTX will have 24 gigs of GDDR6 memory with a memory speed of up to 20 gigabits per second as well, and a higher memory bandwidth of up to 960 gigabytes per second. As for display output, it will be the same as the 7900XT with 2 DisplayPort, 1 HDMI and a USB Type-C. It will be also utilizing DisplayPort 2.1 and HDMI 2.1 as well. And for power requirements, the card is rated to consume at around 355 watts of power, and power supply of 800 watt and above is recommended. Now, even with their power requirements, it's nice to see that the 7900XT and XTX both only use 2 8-pin PCIe power. So this allows for people with older power supply to easily upgrade to these new cards without needing to use newer power standards. Now let's move on to the gaming benchmark, and here is our test setup. So for the test, we'll be pairing the newest Radeon graphic cards with the newest AMD processor, which is the Ryzen 9 7950X. So for all our tests, they are all done through a 3-run averages to eliminate any outliers, and all of them are done through 3 resolution, which is 1080p, 1440p, and 4K for the gaming resolutions. Now, resizable bar is not enabled for all these tests, as well as any upscaling technology was not used as well, such as AMD's FSR or DLSS, all was not used to keep the test proper and fair, as well as to test the full power and potential of all these GPUs. So of course, we'll begin with a number of AAA games to show you how the 7900XT and XTX perform.
Oh no. They're coming. Who is? What the hell was that? Do you have a gun? What? Please tell me you have a gun.
I crave vengeance. Do you?
You have no idea.
I've heard whispers about you.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
Right?
Now we're moving on to the esports game section, and honestly, you'll be able to play all of these games at their highest preset at 4K without much issue, and will be able to do so with high FPS as well. So it's safe to say that this flagship card will be easily able to run all of the esports title at 4K nowadays. And finally, we have a small section here for the ray tracing performance for the 7900XT and 7900XTX. And we can see that other than Cyberpunk 2077 on Ultra 4K, which you'll see later, all of them will be quite playable even with ray tracing turned on.
Oh no. They're coming. Who is? What the hell was that? Do you have a gun? What? Please tell me you have a gun.
And there you have it, the two new GPUs from Radeon, the 7900XT and XTX. Both very capable for 1440p and 4K gaming, and even ray tracing gaming as well. Now the 7900XT and XTX will be priced at 4,599 ringgit and 5,099 ringgit for the reference card. So the AIB card should be a few hundred ringgit more than this, so you can expect the prices be around that range. So I would say these two cards have very impressive performance given their price, and it's certainly cards worth looking out for, especially if you're going to come in from an older GPU such as a Radeon RX Vega 56 or Vega 64. These cards are certainly worth keeping an eye on. And since you don't need to really upgrade your GPU, since it only uses 2 PCIe 8-pin, I would say it's worth keeping in your short list of graphic card to hunt for. And that's all from us today. That's our take and review of the 7900XT and XTX. We hope that you like and share this video out to all your friends, as well as subscribe to our channel, as we have a few more ideas to do for the 7900XT and XTX as well for the videos. That's all from us today. We hope you stay safe and see you guys next time.